Hi guys. So in 11.4a, we're talking about selecting and drawing conclusions from samples. And the reason you would do this is sometimes we're going to look at a population or a group of people or objects that you want information about. So for instance, maybe the population is something about teens, like all the teens in the US. The only problem with that is that sometimes it's going to be too hard because it's time consuming or maybe too expensive to talk to all of the teens in the US. And so we can't reach everybody in the population. If that's the case, then what we're going to want to do is take a sample or a subset of the population. And there are 4 different types of samples that we're going to be studying. So the first is self-selected sample. We talked about this today in class. A systematic sample, a convenient sample, and a random sample. Now, as we saw today in class, it can be kind of confusing to tell the difference between these 4 types of samples. The definition that we're given in the book is that a self-selected sample is a sample where the members volunteer to be a part of the survey or a part of the poll or whatever it is that's happening. The big thing is that the members of the population that you're trying to study have to volunteer. A systematic sample, you guys were picking up really quick today, it's usually where there's a rule. So there has to be some rule that selects your members, for instance, every 4th member or like every 3rd kid that walks in the door or something like that. A convenient sample is one that is easy to reach. They're easy people to pick, so maybe like if a teacher just called in the people in the front row of class because they were the closest, or if a concert manager went outside and just pulled the people who were outside the concert hall because they're close. The convenience here is the convenience for the surveyor. So it's convenient for the person using the survey or creating the survey, not for the person being surveyed. It's convenient for the person who's doing the study. And then the last type that we're going to study is a random sample. Now, a random sample is where each person or each member has an equally likely chance of being chosen. So it's not just something random happening, like randomly being chosen to win the lottery. That is something that's random, but it's not a random sample. So you have to be careful there that it's still like some sort of surveying or polling method that's happening. All right, for notes tonight, please make sure that you get all of this written down in the notes section of your binder. Also, please make sure that you have the title on it, 11.4a, and we will talk a little bit more about this tomorrow in class. Thanks, guys.